What's up, y'all? It is a beautiful Saturday morning, nice sunny day, 60-degree weather. Doesn't get much better than this, you know? So this week has been a splendid week of training. So last Sunday, I decided to do a little bit of set/match analysis to see if I could dive into what wins me matches and what loses me matches. So I didn't go like super in depth, like pen and paper, writing down every little single detail. But what I did do was, I guess in every single point, I would just kind of say out loud how I won it or lost it. So if I dump a forehand in the net, then I say missed forehand. If I miss, or if I hit a short return and my opponent hits a winner next, I lost that point because I hit a weak return. So I just say weak return. If I won the point because I hit an aggressive forehand and they missed as a result, then big forehand, you know? So just kind of stuff like that, just real basic. See how I win and lose points. And pretty much this is what I figured out. So every point I won, whether I forced an error or they hit an unforced error, it was off of my forehand, pretty much. I don't think there are any points where I hit a neutral backhand and they missed the next ball afterwards. Additionally, won a lot of points with my serve. Now, that being said, how did I lose points? Well, as you guys saw in that video versus Daniel Perez Caraballo, there were a lot of double faults starting out, like 7 double faults in the first 2 games. So obviously the thing that was losing me a bunch of points there was double faults or the serve. So basically the summary of all that is I live and die by my forehand and serve. I'd say for the most part, my forehand is pretty consistent. I think it's consistently a weapon. My serve, that's where it's very variable, you know? I'm either losing a lot or winning a lot with it. So I think we need to get it so that it's always on the winning end, you know? Which means improving technique for more assured consistency. So that has been my objective lately. Yeah, so I've been working on that serve a bit. To solve that issue with me missing forehands, when that does happen, really all I need to do is bring in the margins. Because when I'm watching my videos, it really makes no difference whether my forehand is close to the line or closer towards the center of the court. It still has the same result, you know? It's like, just because the ball is closer to the line, it's not really gonna be that much more effective than me giving myself a lot of margin. Yeah, and you can see that a lot in my matches. So throughout all of these practice sets I've been playing, I've been telling myself, make your backhand, because that's your steady shot. You're not gonna be hitting winners with it. And then find your forehand as much as possible, because whether I'm hitting a neutral forehand or an aggressive forehand, that's where I'm winning my points. So it's just like, just by hitting a forehand, no matter how I hit it, that enables a possibility where I win the point right there, you know? Either them hitting an unforced error or me coming up with a good shot. So that's been the big goal. I think I figured out my game. And that's what everyone's been telling me, you know? I think I finally figured out what every single person has been telling me for like the last 10 years. So it's good to actually see it for myself and really understand it. Like understand why I want to be doing that. So yeah, gonna keep those things in mind going into this next practice. Hoping to work a little bit more on my serve technique, because made a couple tweaks on it with Tom last weekend and it helped significantly. I was serving bombs. It felt so good, felt so natural, and didn't feel forced at all, which is great. I think that'll prevent injuries that way, and plus just a more consistent, effective serve overall. So really happy about that. It paid off in my practice sets this week because people I generally play somewhat close with, I was taking them out. So my closest set this week was 6-2. I had 6-1s, another 6-1, and a 6-0 against various players. So that felt really good. Kind of figured out the algorithm for my game. So now that I have that, I think it's all a matter of cleaning stuff up, making things better, working on technique, and working on the longevity of my game. So gonna mix in a lot more stretching and going to do a weekly hot yoga session on Sunday. But I'm not gonna go too much into my schedule right now because that is a work in progress. I feel like every time I talk to you guys, I'm working on some sort of schedule, but that's just because we're always making adjustments, you know. So working on my latest schedule, and hopefully we'll get that to you guys soon. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and be quiet and show you guys a glimpse of practice today.
That's it, but when other people shrink, you don't want to be a shrinker. Just make sure when you're jumping forward, with that shoulder rotation, try and feel like your right leg is going in the opposite direction. That's it. So think about your thumb. Instead of things coming to the racket face of the target, just rotate it. Feel like your thumb goes from this position to this. That's how you stand.
session. Time to get some gasoline. So I think there are some good takeaways from that practice today, especially on the serve. So really the biggest focus was just keeping my index finger on that handle. Because if you zoom in to some of the videos of me hitting serves, you can really see that this completely coming off the racket. And that's like, out of all the fingers to have on your racket grip, the index finger is probably, if not the most important, one of the most important things to have on there
Explorer Boulevard Northwest.
in order to even like hold the racket and keep it from just giving, you know. Also keeping that finger on there allows for some natural pronation that I don't get if I raise that finger off. It's almost impossible to like get a real pronation. That thing's just hanging off of there, and I end up just arming it, you know. It's like the racket just becomes an extension of my arm, which is not what we want. We want it to move a lot faster, and I think by putting that index finger on there, we can achieve that. Along with that, working on the leg kick and making sure it doesn't rotate with my body. Kind of want some separation, you know, have that part behind and feel that stretch as I'm hitting the serve. So those are really my two main focuses when I'm serving. It's the finger and that leg kick. And of course, I still want to remind myself to bring my right leg forward after, I guess, at the end of my serve. Don't want to do that thing where I'm serving and like hopping back onto the back leg. That's not what we want. So that was good. Got to play some points to practice that serve a bit, you know, just try to get used to having that finger on there and working on that leg kick. So I think this week those are going to be the two main things I work on when I'm hitting serves. So I also think I need a racket with just like a thicker grip, and I need to actually change my grip so it's not so slippery, because it makes me lose a lot of confidence when I feel like I can't even hold on to the racket. So I think that's key, just like practice or match, just need to make sure I have fresh grips on there. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Good practice session today. Beautiful sunny day. A bit windy, but that's okay. Well, anyway, gonna keep working and we'll keep you guys posted. Follow along if you want to follow my journey to the US Open and do the impossible, and many more great things to come. Jess was texting P3, and we're thinking about going to a tournament in Chattanooga, which isn't too far from here, pretty soon. So maybe we'll do that, get some tournament practice in, because it's been a while. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and stay posted. Effort, quality, focus.